What's up, folks? How we doing? Thanks for checking out the video. I added a new boat to the fleet. This is the Riverhawk B60. And if you've never heard of these, they're a lot like a canoe. They look like a canoe. They're about the same length as a canoe, but they are very, very wide, and they are very stable as well too. Story behind Riverhawk is the company used to manufacture these in Georgia years ago. I think most of the ones that I've seen out on the market were built in the 90s and early 2000s. That company is no longer around. I don't know what happened or what the story is, but the boats are still around, and you'll find a lot of them around Florida, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. These are popular with small water anglers like river and stream anglers, electric only type lakes, and we've got a bunch of those here in Georgia. Lantham, hickory log. This isn't a Lake Lanier type boat, but I live really close to the Chattahoochee River. I have a friend who has one of these on the Chattahoochee River. He's got a 15 or 20 horsepower gas engine on the back of his, and it is perfect for cruising up the hooch. So this is going to be my Chattahoochee River boat. I'm still doing the kayaking, still kayak fishing. I actually bought a brand new kayak towards the end of this year, a Hoodoo Impulse 120, which is an affordable pedal drive kayak. It's great. I still need to do a video on that, but you know, for river days with my wife and my dogs, or you know, some of my local friends who just aren't really into kayaking but still want to get out on the water, this is my winter project. So we're going to go ahead and repaint, restore, fix, upgrade the Riverhawk. Now the width on this is really what makes this an attractive boat for a lot of anglers. It gives it, you know, this bulge here on the outside, and the width gives it a lot of stability. I think this weight capacity on this boat is like 700 pounds. And it says it's a 4-person or 550 pound max, 700 pounds, but including the motor and gear and all that other stuff, right? So I'm never going to put 4 people in this boat. This is typically going to be a 1 to 2 person boat, or a 1 person and a couple of dogs boat. So let's get the width. I brought a tape measure out to get the exact width of the hull here. Just under 5 feet, looks like 55 inches, which is super wide. It's much wider than any kayak or anything like that. Now you're gonna be able to pole push this boat. So a good long pole on, you know, flats or shallow water is gonna work out well. This isn't really gonna be a boat that you can paddle very well. Electric only lakes here in Georgia, this is going to be perfect. Charlie Elliott, Lantham, hickory log. We've got lots of WMAs and waters up here that they don't even allow you to have an electric or a gas motor on, and that is going to be this boat, right? Whenever I, you know, fish in our spring fleeing tournament every year, or get out and fish with some friends, this is going to be the one. Now, right now I've got everything you see came with the boat except this back trolling motor. This is the Newport Vessels 55 pound. It's actually the kayak trolling motor with the short shaft. But as you can see, I'll be able to run this on the Riverhawk, no problem. I haven't tested it yet. I'm just going through the registration process and all that, which is always a pain when you get older boats. I need to get a tag for the trailer, and I need to get the HIN number, or a new HIN number for the boat. Now, on these old Riverhawks, the HIN is called the hull identification number. It's a lot like the VIN, or the VIN number on your car, the vehicle identification number. And you need that number in order to register your boat for an electric or a gasoline motor in the state of Georgia. Mine should be right here, but as you can see, it's been like painted or plastered over. I'm gonna try and sand that down a little bit, see if I can't get a number. The transom has been rebuilt, or there's been some work done on the transom. So, you know, there's some goopy stuff here and around the transom. It's still very solid. Let you guys get a look at that. But Yeah, it's an old boat with lots of dings and scrubs on it. So, okay, what happens if I cannot get an HIN number? Well, I called Georgia DNR just a little bit ago, spoke to a representative who was very nice. Customer service for DNR has been, DNR for Georgia has been awesome. You know, getting someone on the phone who can answer those questions and point you in the right direction is super helpful. And, you know, Georgia's done a really good job with that. But I spoke to a representative. She knew exactly the issue that I was dealing with. She said, you know, just go online, register your boat. When it asks for an HIN, select the part that says you don't have one. And a game warden will need to come out to the house, take a look at the vessel, make sure it's safe, and make sure you don't have an HIN, and then issue you a new HIN number, which then can be applied to the boat and your registration. So that's how that's gonna get done. I guess also worth noting, the trailer does have a VIN on it. And there's a VIN tag. If you're buying used boats, make sure that your trailer has a VIN tag, because if you don't have a VIN number on your trailer, it can make getting a tag a pain. We'll just leave it at that. Yeah, Riverhawk B60, super excited about this. So I'll go over it. This is exactly how I bought it, minus the Newport Vessels electric motor on the back. So we'll go over it real quick. It's had some like rhino stuff put on the nose, which is typical of kind of river boaters out here. We got a lot of rock in the Chattahoochee River and Etowah and some of these other rivers around Georgia. It's got a very old and cheap looking pedal driven trolling motor. I'm gonna end up replacing this. The head on it's busted. I may test it and see how well it works, possibly use it for another project, but this trolling motor has seen its better days. So as we go on down, there has been some repairs done, right? I expect possibly there's part of this floor down here that's cracked, or the holes for the chair have been split through. I'm not going to remove this wood paneling, and I'm going to kind of keep this same mount here. I may just replace the chair up top, right, and get a nicer chair for that, but we will see. It's got storage up top for things like tackle boxes, life jackets, that sort of thing. In the middle, the guy that I bought this from had converted this into a bait tank. And as you can see, he's put a barrier there, put some sealant down on the bottom, and rigged it up for a bait tank. I'll test that out and see how well it works. There's a plug right there. We'll talk about where the water goes here in just a minute. But I may keep this as a bait tank. I may not. I may turn this into a gear tank, tackle storage. We will see. Rod holders on the side. These are just the cheap ones. These will be replaced. Sorry, I'm having to yell over this guy with his blower back here. So there's like a double floor here. This isn't the bottom of the boat. There is a space down here, so all the water that gets into the boat or drains out of the bait tank comes down here into the kind of tank well, and there is a bilge pump that pumps it out through this tube out the side. I may or may not need to replace that bilge pump. We're gonna test that out and see. But yeah, it's very unique on how the water drains. Any water that gets into the boat drains out this little back right here and needs to be pumped out. So it's very important that that bilge pump is working. Inside the hull access, there really is only a few inches in there, just enough to run some wires if you wanted to. We'll see how we're gonna do that. Now, I have seen some of these GNUs and these B60s that have standing perches on the back, and I'm gonna look at getting a standing perch on mine. I love saltwater fishing just as much as I love freshwater fishing, and I think that would be a really cool addition to this. And I'll replace the back chair as well too. This is really, I like the fact that you could pick the chair up off the side. See, it's mounted to the side down here, and then put it in the middle if you want. Whether you're controlling the stick steer on the engine, or if you're, you know, fishing or just using the trolling motor. So I like that flexibility of being able to move that chair around, but I probably am going to replace the 2 old chairs that came with this boat. A lot of the wiring, I'm going to try and go inside the hull, and I'm going to get a 15 horsepower gas motor, something that I can take on and off of this boat when I want to, bring it inside for the winter if I want to, but something that's big enough to push this boat up the Chattahoochee River. And like I said, I live 3 minutes from the Hooch. It's a great spot for, you know, boating for the day or trout fishing. It's a world-class trout fishery. So yeah, this is going to be my new dedicated Chattahoochee River and electric only fishing boat. And again, this is the Riverhawk B60. I'm gonna paint it. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of the camouflage. My friend says that that is the original camouflage on there. I don't know. I don't know if I like it a whole lot. I may end up painting the boat to a different color, but I definitely want to redo the interior and put in some non-slip soft padding on the floor, right, to make it super comfortable. But we're gonna do electronics, we're gonna do lights, redo the seats, and add a gas motor to this. And I'm gonna detail it, the whole build, over this winter on my YouTube channel. So y'all be sure to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments below what modifications you would add to this boat. Give me some good ideas. If I like them, I'll give them a try. So thanks for checking out the video. Hope it's been informative. Y'all take care.